thought the dog restaurant episode was stupid.
Got the honey. He needs the toast.
Enemy of honey, the spoon.
Honey. So sweet. But so sticky.
The honey equals cum.
Ah, I see you're one of those kind of customers. And thus, his career is destroyed. Quivering, naked, sticky bodies. Smothering yourself in honey and then wrestling Jim Carrey.
This is a film about
Digital necrophilia.
Yeah, it's a whole different concept. Oh, prick. No stick.
Hello everyone, welcome to Coming This Summer with me, Luke Illingworth. And again, we have Ross Lane.
Hello.
Jack Ewins.
Good evening.
Will South.
Hello.
We have Drew Woolnough.
Guten Tag.
And new boy, Dave Jones.
Hello.
Oh, there he is. I thought we lost you.
Just made it.
That's the hardest part, Dave, of the show. Don't worry. You got
Now
past it.
see your brain can switch
Did
off.
I do well?
Relax.
Did I do well?
Because what I do, I point at your pictures, and I realise you can't see that, can you? Like to
We
point
can
at
feel
you
it.
just to say like
No.
go.
I did just feel a finger thrust somewhere in
Yeah, I know.
Ooh.
me. I should have been bending over just
Oh,
then.
so does that mean it's the sequel to the Octopus?
Yeah, Dr. Podtopus.
Yeah.
Does that count as a 90-second shit mention?
Kind of, yeah. Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, we did it. We it's sort of like there's always tension until we mention it, so it's good to just get it out of the way early.
There is
It's like you're releasing that,
Yeah.
releasing that pressure, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It always
just gotta-
feels good.
Attention
just
to
gotta
the
make sure
mention.
you clean up after you feel so good.
Seriously, guys, I think we should do what we did last week with the old word
Oh, God.
each thing, because I thought
Yeah.
we did a good one last week.
Bon garçon.
yeah.
Bon garçon.
Bon garçon.
And now with extra people, it'll be even more randomised
Yeah.
and have even more value.
More shambolic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, how does this work? I haven't listened to last week's one yet.
We all picked a word, but
Right.
I just stuck my finger in a book, and whatever the word came up, that was the word I had. I don't know how the other guys
okay.
did.
Oh, that's a good idea, yeah.
I just looked
Oh,
straight
yeah.
ahead at me, and whatever the first word I saw in front of me.
What was your
the one I
boiled?
used. No, mine was thrashed.
Mine was boiled.
Yeah.
I looked at my DVD of Hard Boiled. That little baby looking at me, and I said boiled.
All right then, should we do that?
A classic random
Mhm.
generator
cool.
on the internet.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Got a bit of windy pops.
Oh!
There we go.
I
Right,
farted.
I'll go
little
first.
helps.
Put on first.
Oh God.
Approach.
Oh.
Jack next.
Okay.
Digital.
Digital approach.
Oh. Will's turn. Honey.
Drew wants to go.
Ross.
Key.
Adjustable. Oh!
Thanks, Ross.
How can we... I don't think it's going to make more or less sense if they're swapped around, to be honest with you.
I've got the words
It's going to
down.
make just as little sense.
Dave, it's
I'm going to
all on
round
you,
it out
man.
with haunted.
Okay. So we've got.
Right, so I've got approachable, digital, key, haunted,
And honey.
honey.
Honey. Honey.
What did you say, Drew?
I said key. I think Ross said.
I
What
said
did you say?
adjustable.
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 I'm thinking of an adjustable digital ghost robot that secretes honey.
He calls himself the Keymaster.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a sort of something around futuristic sci-fi romance where a guy is dating his digital honey.
But,
Can the film
Oh, no,
digital
no.
honey?
But she's
you've-
adjustable.
Okay, imagine a haunted house right?
Right.
Inside this haunted house. The whole film is like, you think it's set back in ye olde times, right at the beginning. But only when you see the ghost do you realise that it is a digital ghost of a honey. Someone's honey lost in a house. And you realise this house is actually super way up in the future, but you're seeing the future's history. And this ghost is actually a digital prostitute running around the house. And they have to learn to make it very approachable.
And you enter the house with an adjustable key. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Sure.
Ooh,
Sure.
yeah.
Maybe they get hold of a key that's very adjustable to all the. It's like a skeleton
It's
key.
like
You
a
can
skeleton key.
change
yeah.
it. Yeah,
It
change
knows
its
your
configuration.
desires.
Yeah. It can
To
change.
detect what kind of digital haunted ghost honey you want.
Okay.
Right.
Where-
It
where-
knows if you're in a sort of runny or hard honey sort of a mood.
You know,
Runny
yeah,
honey.
exactly. Runny honey.
So-
I
to
like
speak.
the ryming of runny honey.
Yeah.
What
That's,
about
Runny
haunted
honey.
honey?
all right, we've got a name already. We've got a name.
Runny
Runny
honey.
So it's like Casper. Casper had Casper, and then those 3 other ghosts that were with him. So would there be like
Yeah.
runny honey, hard honey, and
Cloudy honey.
cloudy
Yeah,
honey?
cloudy.
Cloudy honey.
Then you get lumpy honey.
Squeezy honey.
Easy squeezy honey.
Hard set honey.
So no, it's a brothel full of
Digital
ghosts.
ghosts.
all with some-
Okay, guys, it sounds very
Name.
high concept. I'm thinking the Wachowskis to direct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd like a challenge, and I think this is going to
Yeah.
be a very challenging piece of work. Yes.
Sorry, hang on.
Whoa. Whoa.
So we got the digital honeys. Are they
Yes.
being?
Yeah.
Are they? So they're like holograms of prostitutes.
They're
No,
ghosts in the haunted house.
They're prostitute holograms.
That's what I thought you meant by digital. So there's someone big. Oh.
Are they being projected through some sort of time loop or time hole or something spewing time in that house? So you
Yeah,
can
it's
see
the time. It's the
these
time
digital
hole, but they've
honeys.
appropriated it. They've appropriated it, so the time hole is called
Appropriated.
the glory hole.
It's an adjustable time hole.
Maybe no. We're looking at this
known
all
as the
wrong.
glory hole.
You're taking each word as like literal. What if the key, the adjustable key for the glory hole, is your penis?
Oh my god, I knew that was coming.
Because it is adjustable, I suppose.
Yeah, and you have to
It is
insert
very
it
adjustable.
into this certain keyhole at a certain waist height in a certain room in this haunted house. And these
Where the
digital
old
honeys
tramp
will
out round the
unlock.
back of the old tramp round the back of the fast food place told you that it was full of digital ghosts.
Okay, this is
And
it.
who
This
is
like
he
a
to
teen-
lie?
Yeah, it's
He's
like
got
a
nothing
teen.
to lose. Of course, he's not going to lie.
A group of guys like run into a tramp down at gas station, and he's
Mhm.
like, "Oh, don't go up to the old Smith house; it's haunted." And they go up there, and like they're trying to gross each other out. They take a few cans of Bud Light in there. That is a
Yeah.
great product placement opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Nice.
Yeah, chaos ensues. They each take a room. They each have their own adjustable key.
In
Yeah,
air
they do.
quotes.
But I think the Wachowskis won't get on board unless there's something sort of really high concept about the way it's made. So I propose every character in the film is played by Jim Carrey.
Jim Scary. Yeah.
Jim's
great.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now, is it going to be like? Is this going to be retro Jim Carrey, or is it going to be Jim Carrey as he is now?
Jim Carrey through the ages.
Jim Carrey.
With motion capture, we can capture every side of Jim Carrey.
he's got an incredible range. You know, let's not put him in a pigeonhole.
I think because
Just a glory hole.
Jim
Yeah.
Carrey has now become all a bit, he's not making so many films anymore. I think we need a plot to draw him into this.
I was gonna say we've jumped ahead of the curve here. So what's the story? These group of guys, this group of like frat boys, hear about this haunted house on this hill from this tramp at a gas station. They go up there and they investigate. But are they scared when they see the digital honeys, or are they like, "Whoa, dude, we gotta get some of that action"?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're all
think
just trying to get laid.
So do they
you know?
try and make themselves approachable to these digital ghosts? Because maybe when they first attempt it, they get the cold shoulder.
But how about
I think they've got to be scared when they go in, right? So they don't know what's going on. They get separated. It's like that bit in The Shining where you're not sure if he's dreaming or what.
Yeah.
And, you know, just eventually other characters start to appear.
Yeah,
They
I like it.
party.
So are they trying to? Maybe they're trying to get in the house to get something, and the runny honeys don't want them to come in.
Well, I think we know why they're there.
So that,
yeah.
I want some of that sweet afterlife action.
Digital afterlife.
Digital. That's how they get away with it in the marketing. They're like, this isn't a film about necrophilia. This is a film about
digital necrophilia.
It's a whole different concept.
Oh, that's fine.
It's not seedy at all. This is like highbrow stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Get real, guys. Get real.
We're not doing it for laughs, guys.
The Wachowskis might, but we're not.
Okay. We could introduce a digital angle, right? They're young kids. They want to be cool. This is set in a future where there are digital Pokemon cards. And they go in there because they think like a digital placement. Shiny Charizard is in there.
In the basement. In the old run.
Will the kids of today get that reference?
Ooh.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Charizard
or a digital fidget spinner.
Yeah, digital fidget spinner.
Digit spinner.
Digit spinner, yeah.
Yeah.
The tagline of the film is, what would you stick into a glory hole for a Pokemon card? What are the limits will you go to get this 120 HP Charizard?
Can we have a second one? Can it be first you fidget, then you digit? Oh.
Maybe that could be what the kids are doing at the start. They're playing what's the Pokemon game on your phone?
Pokemon Go.
They're playing that.
For legal reasons, we have to call it Pokemon Get Out.
Okay.
Go outside.
Pokemon stretch your legs.
Stretch your legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pokemon Fresh Air.
Right. So Fresh Air edition fits cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. We just need. What's the through line? What's our story gonna be? What's the end point? You know, what do we want our characters?
They get laid, obviously.
Yeah. So, this is like
because I'm kind of feeling like
it's a Superbad style kind of film.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like.
Somebody stop me! We got no food, we got no jobs, our pets' heads are falling off!
Don't kill me! Please!
What the fuck happened?
You sounded like you'd just been hit by an H-bomb or something.
It was a warning from the future. You know, if North Korea sets off nuclear devices because we make this film and then it gets leaked in a Sony hack, causes a diplomatic incident. So it's the benevolent ghost of Jim Carrey telling us not to make this film.
Okay.
That's the only explanation.
So I have to pick new words.
Nothing else makes sense.
Nothing makes sense in this film.
But I say art can't be suppressed, guys. I think we should push on.
Yeah.
I think the Runny Honeys would say the same.
Damn right. Let's get runny.
But
I think I'd say
That's the
anything for
tagline.
Let's get runny.
Let's get running. So, from what I gathered, from what I heard of you guys, it was some kids playing Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon Go.
And then
Pokemon Get Up.
Yeah,
Pokemon Get Out.
Pokemon get out of the house.
And
you
then
fat
they're told by a homeless person, that there's a Charizard at a house somewhere.
By a tramp.
By a tramp. That there was a Charizard at the house.
We don't know who that tramp is yet. We don't know who that tramp is yet. We might find that out.
He's the pimp.
Oh, that's very close to tramp.
Yeah. When he was a boy,
he's the analog.
When he was a boy, it wasn't a haunted house, and he went up and tried to get the Charizard, and that's what set this whole mess in motion.
Or is his Charizard? and
Yeah, maybe.
He wants it back. Yeah.
Or that there's no Charizard at all. This is just a way for him to get the kids to the house.
Yeah.
So
See,
he
I
can-
like the angle.
so he can-
I like the angle that these are.
He's got the honey. He needs the toast.
Spread it on thick.
I like the angle that these guys are kind of geeky, and they hear off this tramp that there's this Charizard, and while they're there, they do discover the Charizard's there, but they don't get it because they get scared away by these ghost honeys. When they reconvene at high school the next day,
Yep.
they get
The
bullied
digital.
for being nerds, and they go, well, look, if we go back to that house and we make ourselves approachable to these digital honey ghosts,
Will there be
Then-
we have to make ourselves. We have
then
to
we can
adjust
get
our-
that Charizard card, we can get laid, and we can kill two birds with one stone.
I like it. Yeah. Then
Very neat. Very neat.
Very neat.
Mhm.
Very neat.
What happens when the runny honeys find out that the boys don't actually have any money?
You got
Yeah,
no
do you
money,
mean
honey.
They have
get
to.
runny.
I'm thinking like perhaps they do some kind of like they drain like your life or something, you know, and so that
They
they've
drain
got to
your
get
honey.
that back as well. They do. They drink all your honey and it's gone. It's gone, William.
Suck you dry.
Then what are you gonna do?
Robbed
No.
him.
Well, the jocks have tried to go up there and get the Charizard, but because they're so cool, they've just got US dollars from their rich fathers, right?
Yeah.
But these geeks go up there, and because they're geeks, they've got bitcoins that they've mined, and that's what
Yes.
the digital honeys take in payment.
Right. I like it.
Exactly, another product placement. I'm liking it.
From they've and this is from the apps that they've set up. They're freemium apps that they can help to digitally market the runny honeys business. So it's almost it's like
Yeah.
investment opportunity as well
Oh, that's
Like-
great. Yeah.
in Bitcoin.
Like this is becoming like a sexy digital exploitation film.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe that when they get there on this second time, when they buy the Charizard, they should then kind of, I don't know, start to get to know these digital honeys, and then realize that they're kind of trapped there by their pimp, who turns out later to be the homeless man. And then the last part of the film is about them figuring out a way to free the digital honeys from this curse, so they can expand their business. This digital curse.
Yeah. It's a film
They
with
can
heart.
really get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
We have gone right out of the bat on this
Yeah,
one.
Yeah.
We rolled with.
I'm wondering whether I missed something with the whole bit that I missed, or whether we have. It doesn't make sense anyway.
It's finally
I
happened.
think it's the latter, Phil. Now I don't think this
It's
film
that
makes
one.
a lick of sense.
I didn't miss
I don't know.
like a key point in my disappearance.
I don't know, I can see a through line here. It's a
Yeah.
challenge.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
challenge. But I can see
Yeah,
there's a
That's-
film here. There's a movie here.
Let's bring it back to something concrete, right? We want Michael Cera in it, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
obviously.
he's definitely playing.
Is he going to
the
be
lead.
main geek or secondary geek?
He's got to be lead, right?
I
Yeah,
think he should
that's
be.
what I'm thinking.
I think he should be a
Primary
jock.
geek.
Oh, playing against type.
I don't want
Nice.
him to.
Yeah.
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 He should be the main. Well, not the main jock. He's the funny jock.
The
Yeah.
comic
Jokey-
jock.
the jokey jock.
The sort of second in command.
The
The cocky
jocular
jock.
jock.
And then the lead geek is played by Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
Role reversal.
Role reversal.
Mm.
Mm. And are all the honeys still played by Jim Carrey? Or are we gonna?
Yeah,
Are we gonna
Jim
abandon that
Carrey.
original concept?
So let's just list them off. So it's Clear Honey, played by Jim Carrey. Cloudy
Yeah.
Honey, played by Jim Carrey. Squeezy
Yeah.
Honey,
Yeah.
played by
Yeah.
Jim Carrey. I think there should probably be 7 of these.
Waxy Waxy honey.
Waxy, Waxy Honey works. Jim Carrey.
Manuka honey. Goes for
Manuka
the
Honey.
hip, like a real hipster version of Jim Carrey.
Could we have a
Yeah.
bit where they all join together and become the honey monster?
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be our Ghostbusters style ending. That'll be our Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
And then,
Excellent.
and then,
And then does
I think
that
we need two more honeys. I'm thinking Honeycomb, played by
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Nice.
And
Just a big bee.
oh
honey
no,
bee.
and
Bee.
one just has one. one just,
Just one bee.
Just
yeah,
one
one-
honey bee.
it's queen bee. Yeah. honey
No, I
bee.
reckon that would also mean that Channing Tatum and Michael Cera would have to meld together at some point
Yeah, yes.
in order to fight them.
And he's called Duke.
Duke. Right. We've gone back to square one, and we
It's
made
now,
it more
it's now
complicated.
also got elements of
Okay.
body horror in it. I like it.
That's brilliant. Yeah, David Lynch could handle it, or David Cronenberg. That's what I mean.
So we know that they're going to the house to get this shiny digital Charizard card that the homeless person, the tramp, pointed them towards. But he's also the pimp.
Yeah.
And the
And
geeks
he
are
just wants
looking.
he knows that they have Bitcoin, so he wants them to go in there and spend it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Geeks aren't. They're not only looking for digital fun. They're also looking for digital fun.
Oh.
They get to the house. Do they go in, or are they unable to get in, or is it?
I think
I
they
think
get in, they
I
get
think they
scared off.
I think there should be a nerdy puzzle for them to get in. Like that's like instead of having
Yeah.
bounces, they've just got nerdy puzzles, and because
And,
they're
and
big-
do they? Is it the jocks who initially scare them off, but then the jocks get scared because there's actually real digital honeys?
That's
ghosts?
that's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the jocks are already there.
Yeah, the jocks are already there. They know
First
about
time
the
they
shiny
go.
Charizard, but they just don't care.
are they
they're
too
trying to
busy
pay with
indulging?
And they're trying to pay with physical money, but they can't.
Yeah. Oh, they basically
Okay,
just have they have Pokemon Go on their mobiles just so they can find out where a good one is and just wait so they can beat up nerds.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
they're there. They know there's one in there, and they're just waiting for some bloody nerdos to come. So they
Oh,
smash them
I've
in their
just had a-
bush.
I've just had a wicked idea, right? So they're playing Pokemon Go, but in some kind of alternate future dimension, they use something very similar to Pokemon Go in order to find honeys. And then it's leaking through into our dimension, and they're able to detect the honeys using Pokemon Go, and they don't
Yeah.
realise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
But then there's the homeless guy who tips them off about them, but there being a shiny Charizard. But that's actually just like code for there's a lot of honeys, and for people like you.
And we should leave.
I've got a real Snorlax here.
we should leave the audience just believing that the entire film there is this shiny Charizard until almost the very end, where they finally figure out that shiny Charizard just is code, is just slang.
for a load of honeys.
Yeah,
Sweet
but
honey.
Oh,
then-
mate,
Yeah.
he's a right shiny
Yes.
Charizard.
Well, because if you cover yourself in honey, you become shiny, don't you?
Oh,
yeah.
and it does burn a little bit when it gets in your
Yeah.
eyes, so it's kind of fire type.
So a shiny
You know.
Charizard is a shiny Charizard just pouring honey into your eyes.
Smothering yourself in honey and then wrestling Jim Carrey. That's what a shiny Charizard is. Completely naked. Come here, you. And you really grapple with him and you're really struggling. But then all of a sudden, one of you gets the better of the other and you go flying, legs akimbo, through the air before landing on top of each other's quivering, naked, sticky bodies.
Oh my
And
god!
as that happens, the Wachowskis introduce
Staring
into
into
this
his
film.
eyes. Staring into Jim Carrey's eyes before seductively saying, "Somebody stop me."
We could go sort of a bit Hannibal, right? They go in and like one of them gets hit over the head as soon as they go in, wakes up in chains in a dark room, and just like the slow drip, drip, drip of something on the forehead. It runs down to his mouth and he tastes it and it's sweet. And then you hear a voice. It's not clear from where in the room it's coming. And you hear footsteps and the voice says, "Honey, so sweet, but so sticky." It goes, and then Jim Carrey's face just melts out of the shadows.
Oh, God.
That sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
the iconic line of the film.
Yeah.
Somebody stop me.
Well, that could be.
Do not go in there.
because the Wachowskis are directing this, surely that the basement dwelling Jim Carrey could be like the architect.
Yes.
It's like he goes on his big spiel using loads of words that will make, like, you know, the dummies of the audience be like, what the hell is this person on about? But he's just rattling on for ages.
But he has to speak like he's got honey in his
display.
mouth. So he sounds really like, that whole speech is like honey. Yeah, he's chewing on some honey whilst he's delivering an architect-style speech.
Yeah, exactly.
For 10 minutes.
There should just constantly be bees buzzing around him as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
But like you don't ever
Candy
see
Man.
them, but you just hear them kind of go, zzz, and they kind of just swat around their head a bit, but you never actually see them.
It's a little bit like Candyman in that respect.
Yeah.
There could be crunchies everywhere.
Yeah, honeycomb.
Wherever they walk, you just hear them crunching.
Whatever you do, kid, don't ever ask for the honey nut crunch.
Ah, I see you're one of those kind of customers.
Oh god. Should
It's like everywhere they go, they're just being propositioned by just like Jim Carrey drenched in honey, like in every door, with a different honey-related pun.
Does he just look like Jim Carrey, or is he made to look like different? Like,
I think
like women.
It's just Jim Carrey in like khaki shorts. He's like not even dressed up.
It's whatever he wore to set that day. He just does it in that.
They just
There's
pour
no
a bucket of honey
continuity.
over him and they start filming.
Even in the
Yeah.
same scene, he keeps changing his clothes.
Yeah.
Remember, he's all digitized, so he looks like a hologram as well.
Yeah.
Glowing.
A sticky hologram.
Oh, Christ. I thought the dog restaurant episode was stupid.
It's getting progressively more and more stupid and ridiculous.
Okay, what words are we missing? There's key.
But,
We're
oh my
focusing
god!
on
Oh, yeah,
we're
the
focusing
key.
on haunted digital honeys at the moment.
What about the adjustable key to approach?
The adjustable key to approach. Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe they
I was
need to
definitely
shut
thinking
them off.
Stiff
Maybe-
cock.
Maybe the boys need to shut the honeys off, and they need the adjustable key to do it.
there's like a secret room.
Yeah,
That
like
says-
the room, like the room.
It's like the room.
Yeah. And
With
you
Jim
need,
Carrey.
you need the adjustable key to
You
Is that
need
what
to
he was
approach
in?
the door.
approach the door and so open it. And there is, I don't know,
The digital honey
The Pokemon card.
there.
haunting.
Yeah.
It could be like
Yeah.
like a treasure, like a pirate's treasure, but it's all Pokemon cards.
And
covered
then
in
they
honey.
get really
And they're like
disappointed.
swimming around in it, but there's no shiny Charizard.
No.
Oh,
You need to
And,
apply the honey to make it shiny.
But the room is the room numbered 23.
Oh yes!
It's just,
It's a soft sequel to
Yeah.
20.
Fucking soft sequel.
stickily
You only find that out at the end.
Or it could be a sticky reboot.
Sticky reboot. We coined that
Soft
phrase.
sequel or sticky reboot.
A supple sequel. Yeah.
in his contract, Jim Carrey would like to be known as Jam Carrey.
He wants to go method, but he gets it wrong.
Yeah.
He legally
Even
changes
he-
his name to Jam before he realizes it's all about honey.
If you look, whenever one of his characters mentions the word honey, he's dubbed over. And you can watch his lips, he's saying jam.
and he realizes halfway through the filming process. So, but instead of changing his first name back to Jim, he uses it as Jam, and his second name he changes to Honey.
Jam
But it says Jam Honey.
And thus his career is destroyed.
Yeah. It begins
Or
anew.
renewed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a
renewed.
phoenix from the ashes, from the honey. The
First
honey
Jim
phoenix.
Carrey and Jam Honey came rising out of the ashes.
It could be the perfect
ham
career
curry.
move for these going to be the go-to guy for all sort of sugary preserve rolls from now on.
Yeah, he becomes the Andy Serkis of syrup-based monsters.
Exactly.
I just had a hilarious thought.
Oh,
Just
Go.
one of the jam honeys just like constantly like oozes honey out of every orifice that's like coming out of his eyes and his nose and his ears. And every
Constantly
time he tries to
choking on it.
talk, yeah, every time he tries to talk, it just gargles out. You can never understand what he's saying.
Now, obviously, I don't want to mix things up a little bit too much at this point because we're on a roll here. But I just want to say we are dealing with the Wachowskis. So does Hugo Weaving play the tramp?
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah. I can see that.
yeah. I was gonna say Rutger Hauer, but I mean he's already been a tramp in a film. So.
Oh, he could come in at the end just because the end just goes off the wall and we just shove everything in.
Well, what is the end? Is there
I
a
reckon all of a
card?
sudden
Do they get laid?
War should just break out.
They get laid.
Yeah, it ends with them just getting laid.
And
They
Like
get sticky in two respects.
it's like a slow mo
Boys get
montage.
into
It's
trouble
like the end.
throughout this film, right? But they've got to be saved somehow. So I think we should have a dual track storyline with Tommy Wiseau as a detective. It's like a sort of film noir thing. And he's
I
going
don't
around
know where
trying to
these
solve-
kids are. Where
I
are
don't know.
I
they?
don't know.
I don't know what to do with all these spoons. What can I use all these spoons to eat up?
Who took my gun
I
and replaced it
hate
with a spoon?
bees.
Hi, doggy. Dogs just keep appearing, and he has to say hello to them all.
I'm thinking he eats the honey with all the spoons, like the spoons in the room.
Oh, yeah, what?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
destroyed.
The enemy of
Totally
honey, the
leaves.
spoon.
He kills the boss, Jam Honey, by throwing a football at his head. There's no-
And then he goes, ha ha.
He's stick on that. It doesn't make any sense.
Guys, I possibly have an idea on how to beat the honey.
Right.
It
Okay.
would be.
Do tell.
Oh god.
Can I just say I'm really, really confused as
So
to
am
whether or not the honeys, the running honeys, are friends with the boys or enemies with the boys. Or if
They're
it
both
changes.
they're both. They want to get friends with them to then take their honey.
Is that to show the sort of like unscrupulous and ever changing nature of honey?
Yes. It's a metaphor. It's a symbolic
It's
metaphor.
But it actually happened.
It's a really nuanced and sophisticated look at teenage sexuality. You know, I don't think we need to choose one way or the other.
The tagline of the film is going to spell it out. It just says, "The honey equals cum." That is what the tagline of the film is.
Honey
We just tell the audience instantly on the poster.
Yeah.
honey
They need to be around the
equals
bush here.
Pilnon, what's your idea?
So my idea to defeat the honey would be... I've just said it in my own head and it's fucking ridiculous.
Awesome.
What if there's a Winnie the Pooh Pokemon card?
No, it should be a completely different game. It should be a completely different game. It should be a Topps Trump card, right? Top
Oh
Trumps card.
yeah. Yeah.
But earlier in the film, the boys should be like the geek boys should be ripping, as they've already been ripped upon by the bullies. They should be ripping younger kids for playing Top Trumps, or like say that they hate Top Trumps somewhere along the line.
Oh, and then that's what
Yeah.
saves them.
Yeah,
Yeah. Perfect.
Winnie the Pooh.
They're
Top
not going
Trump
to get Winnie the
Trumps.
Pooh. And then they summon Winnie the Pooh and he eats
And that's-
all the honey.
And that's
But he
also
doesn't
how.
fully summon, he only half summons, so he's like a really mangled mess.
Yeah.
Screaming in agony, and that's
Is
why
this
he
so-
kills everything.
Well, they summon him
This
and
is good.
Piglet turns up and gets completely decimated by the jam honeys.
But this is a great, because we've finally got Pooh in this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Like in the plot, we've already mentioned defecation once before, but I mean, like,
This is like a genuine
Yeah.
plot point.
Yeah.
No, we did it.
It's our most sophisticated poo yet.
yeah.
This is good though, because like in a blockbuster with 3D animation, we need Andy Serkis, and Andy Serkis can play Winnie the Pooh.
The role he was born to play, baby.
Exactly.
I do like the idea though of it being like a real bear, but you paint it yellow, or you dye its hair yellow.
Yeah,
Maybe
put
Andy
it into a
Serkis.
Put a
t-shirt.
red T-shirt on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, really pissed off because he woke
So
up in the
bad.
middle of winter to film. Like, this thing is absolutely, it's incensed with rage.
It's been starved for weeks. It's just fucking angry.
All they did was set up a camera outside his lair, poke it with sticks until it woke up. Then, as soon as it stumbled out of the entrance in a blind rage, threw a bucket of paint over it and then wrestled it into his shirt and then legged it.
And
They
then
fucking ran. And then
they throw it in honey.
Jim Carrey, also Jam Honey, is just left standing there naked, covered in honey. Because he wanted to do it as method acting.
This is his big Oscar moment.
Wrestling this thing. But like, you can tell at the last minute, he really, really regretted his decision.
Yeah.
And it's just completely changed from being inside this massive big house. So the boys throw the top trump card on the floor, and it's supposed to be this bear jumps on, but then it just cuts in the middle of the woods in deep winter.
And it keeps cutting back to reaction shots of them in the house going, "Oh no!" They're back in the woods.
Jam Honey flinching seconds before his life is brought to an abrupt end.
He makes for his big Oscar pitch, he makes a big sort of impassioned speech just before he dies. And he says that all his motivations, all his hopes, all his sadnesses are lost like teardrops in a shit ton of honey.
And he improv that on set. You know, a little
like-
like
Hang on.
Like a drop of honey in honey.
Can the tagline be a spoonful of honey makes shit go down?
I love it.
Amazing.
Do we need like another?
We need a name.
It'd be like the life and times of Jam Honey, or like or like the what was he? He was Lemony Snicket, wasn't he? So it'd be like a series of sticky events.
I'm thinking something like, what was it? Oh, prick, no stick. And like, you can imagine the really crappily photoshopped front cover of the lead actors all standing there with their crotches thrusted out. All their Jam Honeys are crowded behind them.
Jam Honey.
That should just be some random model they found just pouring honey over herself, just to really throw the audience off what the film actually contains.
Yeah.
She's gripping the leg of one of the main characters, but it's like she's not even in the film.
Yeah.
That photo shoot cost more than the actual film did to make. They spent so much on just that image.
It was that image and the amount of paint they needed for the bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
half the
90% budget.
And the plastic surgery needed to repair Jam Honey.
Yeah, they shoot the bear shot first, and then have to make the rest of the film after he's been savaged.
Oh,
What's the name?
I think I've got it.
Go on.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about Oh Bother?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Winnie the Pooh's catchphrase, isn't it?
Yeah,
Hang on, isn't that?
that's the clue. That's the setup.
Isn't it Piglet that says "Oh bother"?
No,
No,
it's
who
Winnie the
says
Pooh.
it? Yeah.
Oh bother.
Sam.
Oh bother.
Oh bother.
Oh bother.
I swear it's Piglet. I could.
I'm 99% sure it's poo.
It's a fight, Will.
Just remember, Will, this is your.
No,
this
yeah,
is
it's
going to cost
poo,
you
it's
your
poo.
ticket to the next episode.
Poo. It's poo. It's poo. It's
Poo,
totally
poo, poo.
Well, Will, it was nice having you with us
Yeah.
for next week.
It's a shame you won't
He's
be
been relegated.
I know. I've been dropped a league.
Elimination style coming this summer. Will's going to be thrown to Pooh Bear.
Yeah.
Gonna suffer the fate of Jam Honey.
Jam Honey wanted to do it himself, but literally right at the last second, he was too scared, so I had to be the stunt double that did it for him because of this episode.
I think we got a movie.
Is-
I
we
think we've
go
done a
with
movie, guys.
Oh
Got
bother.
movie, right? Oh bother.
Oh bother. Okay, guys, coming this summer. Somehow, I will give you. Fuck, I forgot. Oh bother.
I love how
No,
you
no,
instantly forgot what the film was called.
And you came up with it as
Instantly.
well.
You just like,
If you guys would like to contact us, you can find us on Twitter at ComingThisPod. You can find us on Facebook at Coming This Summer Podcast. You can subscribe to us on Podbean, which is comingthissummer.podbean.com, or you can subscribe to us on iTunes, which is just type in Coming This Summer. You could leave us a review as well, just to let us know how you think we're doing, whether we should keep doing it anymore. That would be very nice. Thank you. Bye.